I'm at the visitor center at Arctic Village. Who knew they had a visitor center here? I'll be meeting my bush pilot here, and he's going to take me all the way up here, across the Davidson Mountains, up here to Whale Mountain. There's Whale Mountain right there. And that's where he's going to drop me at Drain Creek on the Conga Cut. And then I'm going to walk up the river, up the Conga Cut, upriver to the west, cross that divided line is the divide, Continental Divide. Cross that into the Sheenjack, go down the Sheenjack to Double Mountain, go up the West Fork of the Sheenjack into the East Fork of the Chandeleur River, down the East Fork, up into Red Sheep Creek, cross over into Cane Creek. You can see right there, that's Cane Creek. Go up Cane Creek, back over the divide, right across that dotted line, into the Marsh Fork of the Canning, cross the Marsh Fork of the Canning to Porcupine Lake. Then I'm going to go right through Porcupine Lake into, up to the head, across the pass into the Ribden River, right there, and down the Ribden into the main Ribden, past Elusive Lake, and then out to the Sag, which is right here. And the Sag River parallels the Dalton Highway, and I'm going to cross the river right below Slope Mountain near Pump Station 3. I don't see the pump station on the map, but it's right around here. That's where I'll be going. That's the route. This is the view outside the window at Arctic Village. These are rafters getting flown to the Conga Cut, the Hula Hula. Some of them are hikers, some of them are rafters. They're all waiting for pickup by their pilots. Some of them are being carried on the rest of their trip by Wright Air, and Yukon Air, my pilot, is taking the hikers to rendezvous with the rest of their group that's already out. Well, it's 2 o'clock, Friday the 8th of June. Just landed on the strip, Drain Creek on the Conga Cut. It's windy, it's a little overcast. Some snowstorms, snow squalls are blowing through. That's the airstrip right there. I'll get lined up with it and see what kind of airstrips we land on. It's just a gravel bar. You can probably just make out the tracks of the airplane right there. Now this is a popular strip for floaters, for eco-tour trips to go downriver. So that's downriver, down there. That's the way everybody goes. They get in a boat and they go down from here. And what I'm going to do is, you can see there's maybe a little bit of flagging on the trees there, a little bit of engineers flagging on the trees to mark the airstrip. So everybody goes downriver. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go upriver, up that way. It's about, seems like about 35 degrees here. I'll check the thermometer in a little bit. But that's upriver. Be headed right toward that peak up there. And then beside that peak is the saddle over the divide into the Sheenjack on the south side of the Brooks Range. I'm actually on a little island. The concrete braids here. Part of the river goes to either side of me. So we're going 360 degrees all the way around. We saw a caribou on just off the end of the airstrip when we landed. There we are again, looking down. That's Drain Creek right there, coming into the main river. You can see the mouth of it over there, Drain Creek. And again, there's the airstrip, and that's the river headed down. So the Arctic Ocean is up there, down there somewhere. That's to the north. And the way I'm going to be going is again going south, and then the river turns and goes southeast till it runs into the Sheenjack. I'll be headed right past that knob over there. Go right over that ridge line. Maybe tomorrow, maybe I'll stay here an extra day, catch some fish, dry some fish, bring some with me downriver. Okay, now I'm going to look for a place to make camp. I have my pack on my back, and what I'm going to do is, there's the airstrip. Take a look around, see what I can find. Might be useful. Like I say, this is an airstrip that lots of people use to go downriver, so sometimes they leave stuff behind. Sometimes it's just candy wrappers or candy bar wrappers. Sometimes you'll find a tent stake that might be useful. Sometimes a broken tent pole. One time I found a hatchet. Over there it looks like there's a moose antler over there. I'm going to look at that a little closer. There it is. I might be able to make something out of that. Maybe a plate. Maybe a pan to fry. A fry pan I can make out of that, or utensils. So I'm going to head out and I'm going to look for something, place to camp for the night, for a couple days. So I was walking along over toward that moose antler that we saw over there. There it is. And I saw these pieces of leg bone. There's a piece. There's a piece. Those are caribou leg bones. Now, it's possible that I could use that to make something. I don't know what. Maybe points for a trap or a snare or a dart. Pick that up. Yeah, that's caribou leg bone. Yeah, there's straight sections on it. A guy could make dart points or an arrow point, a fish point for a spear. Pick these two pieces up. That other one. I'll make something out of them. And we'll go over and look at that and see if it'll be useful. So, So there's the moose antler. There's those pieces of caribou leg bone. But so that moose antler could be useful for something. We'll probably make something out of that. I didn't bring any cook gear with me, so I could make a plate. I could make some kind of a frying or a fry pan or a cooking pan out of that. I'm not going to carry the whole thing with me. Cut it up and use the parts I can use. I don't want to carry a bunch of weight around. So I'm going to take this backpack off and explore around the gravel bar here and see if I can find some stuff that other people left. Moose antler I just found. The shipping weight on that to get out here was 57 pounds. So that's got everything in it I'm going to need for the next 6 weeks. And hopefully it'll be everything I need. I'll be making implements as I go along, but the thing about it is that weight isn't going to go down as I go, because there's no edibles in there and there's no fuel in there. About 30 pounds of that is the stuff I need, like my knife, my hatchet, tarps, and stuff to bushcrafting stuff and survival gear. All the rest of it is camera stuff, electronics, charging stuff, and communications. Okay, so I'm going to take a walk around the gravel bar here, find a place to camp for the night. It's nice. This is a brisk wind, so I'm going to find a place out of the wind with some soft bedding underneath me to sleep. I'm going to probably go catch some fish, try to catch some fish tonight, and I'm going to look for things that other people have left behind that I might be able to use. So there's a lot of nice flat spots for tents around here. I don't have a tent, but all these rocks in a general circle indicate that people have camped here before. It may have been last year, could have been earlier this year. Hunting season isn't open yet, so people have been camping here. It's been eco-tourists and going down river. But this indicates that people have camped here before, so I'm going to look around and see if there's anything I can find that I might be able to use. We'll see. While walking around, I saw another moose antler. So I'm going to go over there, see if it's useful for anything. See if it's useful for anything. So while walking around, I noticed a moose antler over there, and I'll walk over there and see if it's useful for anything. So here's the moose antler I was talking about just a minute ago. Looks like we can make something out of that. So I'm going to grab that and bring it back to the head of the airstrip there, where I think I'm going to camp. I haven't picked a camping spot yet. I'm going to be up that way sometime. So I'll just grab this and bring it. Well, it's still June 8th, first day of the trip, and it's 6 o'clock in the evening. I've been here for 4 hours, and it's kind of rained since I got here, and then it started to do sideways. You can see the head of the river is socked in. You can see downriver is socked in, and you can see that it's snowing sideways. It's not cold, probably about 30 degrees. There's camp. I threw up a quick lean-to to keep my gear dry. You can see the gear underneath the tarp there. And I have a nice fire. And there's lots of wood. So I'm gonna hunker down. It's much too windy to try and fish. Can't even cast a line. Can't do anything. It's too windy to try and trap squirrels. So I'm just gonna hunker down and wait for this weather to blow over. Hope for better stuff tomorrow. Maybe we can catch some fish or something to eat tomorrow. Hope the weather changes. That's it for today.